Hey kitties, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Marilyn and I'm bringing you all things beauty, fashion, lifestyle, pretty heavy on the beauty. Today we're actually going to get into a makeup tutorial. We're going to do an everyday makeup look, hybrid with a no makeup look, something in between there. So let's just get into it. On my face right now, I did moisturize, but I also put my mattifying primer right here in the T-zone. The moisturizer that I love that I've used is the Sephora moisturizer. I'm definitely going to re-up on this when they have the sale. And also I have on the eye cream, which is this one. And the primer that I have on my face that I have just in my T-zone is by MAC. It's the MAC Studio Fix Mattifying 12-Hour Shine Control Primer. So this is what we have on now. So we can just get right into the look. Now, when it comes to like a simple glam or a no makeup look, you do have to do a lot of, not a lot, but there is a bit of prep before putting on the makeup. So since you aren't relying on having on so much makeup, the skin prep has to be on point. So before we do anything, I am going to add this True Match, the Lumi Lotion, and this is in the shade 904 Deep Glow. And this is just going to add radiance to my face, which is something that we want when it comes to a makeup look like this. So because we aren't going to be doing heavy foundation or anything like that, we want our skin to look glowy and just look radiant and have a nice, fresh, natural look to it. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on my face. This is what it looks like here. Let me just kind of swipe it. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the lotion on. I think it gives it a nice but subtle glow. It's not shimmery or glittery. It's just a nice sheen and glow to your face. So now I'm going to go right into, I'm going to color correct because we're not going to use a lot of foundation. We want to make sure that if you can color correct, go ahead and do that. Like me, I have like dark blemishes on my cheeks. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover that with an orange concealer or an orange color corrector that I have by e.l.f. Let me grab it. All right, so this is the color corrector that I'm going to use. It's by e.l.f. This is what it looks like. So I'm just going to dot that on the dark blemishes that are on my face. That way we can make the skin tone as even as possible before applying any sort of cream product, because we do want to apply very little. All right, so I decided to put my hair like way out of the way, girl. All right, so I'm just going to apply it where I have blemishes and darkness. And for me, that's around this area. Here, and a few like little dots here. Have some darkness here. This area here on my nose. Okay, so then I'm gonna use a brush to just blend out those little dots. So I'm just gonna pat like this. This is doing a pretty good job of just lightening up those dark marks. That way I won't have to rely on foundation or anything to cover it much. Okay, because we're not putting a full face. We're gonna do like a dot sort of situation. So you need it to be as even as you can make it. Okay, so that's about enough. And then I'm gonna move into further evening the skin tone. Just put I'm not gonna use concealer, but I'm gonna use foundation sort of as a concealer. So it's a lighter consistency than concealer, but it's going to help even my overall skin tone. So we're not doing it for coverage, we're doing it just to even our skin tone. Okay, so what I'm going to use is this Sephora Best Skin Ever. Now this is a foundation, however I'm going to treat it like it's a concealer and sort of spot conceal certain areas and then just blend it out to make my skin tone overall even. So this shade is 59N. So I'm just going to put a little bit here on my hand, as you can see. Then I'm going to get a brush and dot it. Let me get my brush. So I'm going to use a brush like this to just place it in the areas that I need to place it the most, and then use a blending brush to just sort of blend it out over my face, okay? So here it is, this little piece here. I'm just going to do a little, I don't know if we're going to use all of it, but just going to go right here in this area, or the areas that we feel like we need a little bit more coverage, okay? Now, if you have like more blemishes and you feel like, this isn't gonna work, you know, just apply a thin layer. You can also do a pump of foundation and a pump of your moisturizer, just to make it sort of like a overall skin tint, or like a BB cream. You can also do that. But me, I choose to just put it in areas where I need it, okay? All right, so that's the last bit of it for me. I'm gonna blend that out and see what it looks like. So this is a very lightweight sort of look. So it's pretty easy for any situation where you don't necessarily want to be fully glam, but you want to show up, you know, a little bit. So this is what I would do. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend it with this brush. I got this brush off of Amazon. It's a dual-ended brush, and I love it. It's so soft, and it was so inexpensive. Look at that. Totally love this brush. So I'm just going to use that to sort of overall blend this foundation into my skin more. I didn't put anything on my forehead because it just wasn't, I don't really need it, because we are going to also use powder. So for me, that's enough. Okay, so the objective is not to be necessarily perfect, but you do want to be overall even and just look a little bit more put together than what your natural, completely no makeup face is. You know what I mean? You just want a no makeup look. All right, so this is me with everything blended out. That's just enough for, you know, everyday errands. Just any little situation that you need to be in, but you don't necessarily need to be a full glam girl, okay? So that is done. Now I'm gonna work on my eyebrows. Before I go into the concealer, I like to do my eyebrows after this step. So I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows into place. Now I have a full eyebrow tutorial that I put up recently using this new brow product that I have that you guys are gonna see. So I'll go ahead and link that if you wanna watch a more detailed eyebrow tutorial, but I'm just gonna go ahead and brush this up. I'm gonna fill it in with this Maybelline Build-A-Brow pen. Get it, okay, get it. I have the color black brown. It has a felt tip where you can fill it in, and then it also has the sealant that makes the brows smudge proof, heat resistant, waterproof, all those things. It says you can wear up to 24 hours. Never tested the 24-hour claim because of course I wash my damn face. Maybelline. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and draw short hair-like strokes. And I'm only filling in sparse areas. My eyebrows aren't, you know, very thin. They have full hairs. However, there's areas that is sparse, especially right here in this portion at the arch. Okay, so I'm just filling in those gaps with the pen. And it's just seamless. It looks just like the hair grew there because the tip of this pen is so fine. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna fill in the other side. All right, so that is pretty much the brow. Let me. All right, and that is brown. Now I'm gonna grab the sealant side. It has the tiniest little brush. That way you can brush through your hairs. Love this, love it. So I'm just gonna brush it up. Okay, now what is on the brush that we use to place the foundation? I'm gonna use that brush to sort of clean up my brows. I'm not gonna highlight it too much. I'm just gonna clean it up even more, just to get it really precise, because things like this really stand out, especially when you're doing a no makeup look. You want to make sure your brows are groomed and look really nice. I'm gonna use a little bit of a lighter concealer to do that. I'm just gonna dot it a little bit here and dip the tip of the brush in that concealer and just get right here, right in there, and sort of clean it up. Right here on the tail. See, so that's very natural, very subtle, not doing too much at all, okay? Now we're gonna move into concealer. Concealer is a huge part of this look, so you wanna look awake, you wanna look, you know, together. So we're gonna do concealer. We're not gonna highlight too much. The concealer is gonna be pretty close to my skin tone, but we are gonna brighten it just a tad on a very inner corner. So these are the 3 concealers that I have. These 2 are very similar shades. I got them from Sephora when they were on sale. I think they were like $7 when I got them, and I really like them for a very natural makeup look because it has not much coverage, but it does help even or brighten under the eyes if you need that. Okay, so it's called the Bright Future Gel Serum. So this is what it looks like. And it is by Sephora. So when they have a sale, you know, Sephora's, the Sephora collection is like 30% off. So that's something that you can take advantage of. I have shade Dulce 15, which is closer to my skin tone. And shade Pot de Creme, which is 16. These 2 are pretty close to my skin tone. Then I have one that is extremely light. This is shade Ginger Snap, and this is 13.5. So I'm gonna place this on the inner corner. So you're gonna get right in here. A little bit here. We're gonna blend this out, and then I'll do the lighter color. Okay, I'm not gonna apply it at the same time. A little down the nose, a little on the forehead, and a little here on the chin. So this is a beautiful concealer for natural, very natural makeup looks. Okay, so I let it sit for just a few like seconds, and now I'm gonna blend it out. I'm just helping it sort of tack onto the skin to help keep the coverage that it has, okay? Because when it's wet like this and you blend it out, it shears it out so quickly. Okay. So I'm gonna use that same brush that we evened out our skin with. I'm gonna use the other end to blend the concealer. I love this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out. You can also use a beauty sponge, but it depends on the type of coverage that you have with your concealer. Because you know, the sponge does soak up some of the product, but for something, a concealer like this, I definitely wanna keep the coverage that it has. Okay. I love this brush. It's so easy. You guys, I'm going to link the brushes below. All of these brushes that I'm using right now are from Amazon. I have a brush set that I love that I got from Amazon. I have a whole video on it. I'll link that set and the individual brushes too. All right, so that's that first eye blended out. It looks very nice, very natural, subtle. I'm going to bring some around here too. Okay, let's go to the other side. I'm just getting some on the sides of my nose as well. Get some down the bridge of my nose. Here. Now I'm gonna grab this end, which we did with the foundation. This makes it go so fast having the brush, the dual-ended brushes, wow. Let's grab that and sort of just pat over it to further blend it and merge it with the rest of our face, okay? So that is blended, that's one layer. It looks super natural, okay? Very natural. One more layer here. You don't have to if you feel this is enough, that's enough for you. So I'm gonna go in with one more layer of the same color, but now on top of that, I'm gonna put the lighter concealer. Now it has to be just like a little because it is pretty light. Do that. Okay, and that is just gonna help brighten the under eye. Okay, so now that that is blended out, I'm going to go ahead and immediately set it with a powder, and this is the Cinnabon powder by Huda Beauty. Okay, so it's going to set and smooth everything out in place. And yeah, this color is called Cinnamon Bun. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Really like this powder. So I'm going to use just a powder puff and sort of swirl it around in the powder, and then press it into my under eyes. Okay. Just pressing it everywhere that we put the concealer. We're just going to press this powder into it. I'm just going to press a little bit here on my eyelids because I did bring the concealer over my eyes too. All right, so this is the face set with the Huda Beauty powder. Now I'm just going to go right into bronzer. I'm not going to cream bronze. I'm just going to go in for the powder. So we aren't really layering it as I would do normally with a full glam. I'm just going to go straight into powder. I'm going to use the MAC Matte Richard Rosy Skin Finish Bronzer. This is what the shade looks like in the pan. Really love this because it's a subtle bronze. It's not too like harsh. So it just adds the right amount of bronziness to my skin. So I'm just going to go around the perimeter here. Okay, and just bronze it up. So it adds a lot of warmth and a lot of color back into my skin. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a smaller brush, right back into the bronzer. I'm gonna put some of that in the crease of my eye. Okay, and like down the bridge of my nose as well, or the sides of my nose. Okay, so this is what I do. There's not gonna be any eyeshadow. We're just gonna use bronzer on the eyelid. We're gonna get right into this area right here and bronze it right into our eyebrows, just to connect that. Okay, and then little bronzer here. A little bit down my nose. So you can see how much dimension just adding that bronzer right in this area did for what it did for my face. Okay, and my nose looks a little bit more slimmer because it's bronzed here and going up into the crease in this area. What is this area called? Okay, put some here. So this is a very fresh looking face so far to me. I love it. I'm gonna add a little blush. I'm gonna use this fluffy brush. I got this from Amazon too. I'm gonna use this to do my blush. It's nice and fluffy and super soft. Love this. Okay, the blush I'm gonna use is by Sephora. It's called Tiger Lily 06 Tiger Lily, and it's an orangey, perfect for my skin tone. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm just going to add that to the cheeks, and that's certainly going to bring the look to life as well. So like this, and I'm just going to flick it across my cheeks like this and up into my temple. All right, so this is the side with blush. This is the side without. Can you see it on the camera? I can see it here in the mirror, and it looks great. Okay. With this look, you can go heavy on the blush if you like. You can do just a little. I'm gonna do just a little bit here. This is so pretty. Like, I don't know, hopefully it looks pretty on this camera because in this mirror, it's banging. Okay. All right, should I do a little bit more blush? Maybe a little bit right here. I like a nice blushy look. but like a fresh, you know. Okay, now for the rest of my face, like around this area, I didn't put any powder. I am going to put some powder there, and this is with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. So I'm just going to get a really big brush, swirl it in there, and then just go along this area that we didn't powder at all, okay? So because the brush is so fluffy, it isn't going to pick up as much product, and it isn't going to make it so opaque. It's just going to lightly dust the powder over it, because really that's what you want. Your blemishes are still going to show, but you still look put together, if you know what I mean. So you just look real, but perfect. Like really perfect. You know what I mean? Okay, so that is it as far as that powder goes. Okay, so also I'm going to add a little bit of glow to the skin. Now I have this product by Merit Beauty. This was gifted to me maybe 2 years ago. They gave me a whole line of things, but I really love this. Like I really love it. It's called a day balm, a highlighting balm. Okay, and I have the shade Bounce. Okay, and this is what it looks like. I really use mine up. So I'm going to put some of this product down to highlight certain points of my face, and because it's a creamy product, it's a very nice glow from within. So you'll see. I'm going to put some here. I'll put some here. Then use my fingers to just blend it out. You can see how I added that shine to the tip of the nose. I'm also going to put some right here, right in the cupid's bow, to highlight this area. Gonna go right in here. And then I'm gonna use my finger to sort of blend it out. To me, the finger is the best way. It warms it up and just melts it and pushes it into the skin. Okay, here. Go right here. Put a little bit more right here. Okay, a little bit there. So where the sun normally hits, it'll have that nice little subtle glow. Very natural. I'm an eyelash girl, so I'm wondering, should I just try to keep it simple and do just mascara? Because I'm certainly an eyelash girl. I'm just gonna do natural lashes. I'll just do natural lashes. I have these really cute natural lashes that I got on Amazon. They're very, very, very natural. They give the appearance like you have on mascara without the mess of mascara. Like for me, mascara can be really, I just hate cleaning it off, so I don't really use it often. Just put the glue and then let it get a little bit tacky. All right, so here are the lashes. Just for further brightness, I'm gonna add a loose powder under my eyes, which is the Laura Mercier powder in the color Honey. So I just have some here on my hand, just rubbing it so not too much comes out, and I'm gonna just press it under my eye. It's gonna brighten it a little bit more and sort of set it in place. Okay. All right, so before we do our lip, I'm going to go ahead and spray this Milani setting spray. Mine is almost done. I need to get another one because I really like this. It is the Milani Make It Last Original, the 16-hour wear. So I'm going to spray that on our face. Okay, and let that dry. I like to just use a sponge and sort of just push it in while it's wet like this, okay? And then we can do a nice, cute little lip. All right, so for lips, we're gonna do just a lip liner and lip gloss. I'm going to use, of course, Sugar Scoop Beauty. If you don't know, this is my small business, and we have some of the best lip glosses. And I know because I made it myself. Non-sticky, shiny, glides on like a dream, and it doesn't do the goopy goop stuff, like the stuff. Yeah, it doesn't do that. All right, so I'm gonna use the color, mine's is so tiny. I'm gonna use the color Brownie to line my lips. Yeah, so I'm just gonna line my lips with Brownie. Now, just to make things cohesive, I'm going to take the blush that I put on, this orangey blush. I'm going to just take my finger and just tap a little bit of it into the blush and just tap a little bit on my lips. Like, it gives it the lightest wash of color. And then I'm going to put the gloss over it. The color that I'm using is called Smooches. It's by Sugar Scoop Beauty. It's from our Kissing Booth collection. It's a sheer, very sheer pink, or a pinky peach with little subtle gold shimmers. Not glitter, but just shimmer. A dream. So this is it here. And it's the perfect way to top this look off. Okay, a non-sticky glossy gloss. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And I always, when I put my lip gloss on, I try to go right here on the rim of my lip. It just looks prettier. All right, so this is the look. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this thing off my head and I'll be back. Okay, Kitty, so this is the completed face. It is radiant, it's natural, it's lightweight, and this can literally be your everyday look if you choose to do a look every day, okay? So it's not too heavy. You can wear this in the summer. You can wear this for literally anything. This is an everyday look for myself. Now, if you don't like lashes, of course, you just add your favorite mascara. But that is literally it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and it helped you a lot. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comments. I always reply to the questions. Don't forget to like the video. Be sure to subscribe and come back and watch another video. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye. I think it's time to